Hi, everybody. Happy Thursday. Um, Welcome to Thursday Laundry Live. As you know, I go live every Thursday at 2:30 Eastern, 1:30 Central, et cetera, et cetera. And I answer all of your laundry and house cleaning questions. So if you have a question, ask away. And if you are watching this later and you're not watching it live, you go ahead and ask the question in the comments down below, and I will pick it up next week. So we have 3 questions from last week. We just had 3. I can't think we kind of caught up last week. We were running a little behind, and I sort of think we caught all of those up last week. So we can get them sort of all today. But if you have one, my goodness, please ask. Before we go into it, a little bit of housekeeping. Housekeeping. I never realized it was such a pun, but it does work. The second week of October, I'm in Salt Lake City at the Salt Lake City Home Show, and you should swing by if you are around because it's fun. I love Salt Lake City. It's breathtakingly beautiful, so it'll be fun. I will also tell you things are coming in fast and heavy at the store. So if you like to shop with us, or even if you just want to look around and see what we carry, laundryevangelist.com, and there's tons of stuff. A lot of it's labeled, it's under the new category, so you can see it. So wanted to tell you those things. What can be used in a stain in a countertop? Vicki, do you know what the stain is? Let me grab my glasses. If you know what the stain is, I can give you a better answer. I will tell you my general thing to clean the stone countertop is I would use vodka. I would not use rubbing alcohol. I would not use vinegar and water because vinegar will etch your stone. Vodka won't. It's great. I am getting ready to do a video where I show you how to wax your countertops, and that's really a good thing. But if you know what your stain is, I can maybe help you a little further. But I'll tell you my general countertop cleaner is just to use vodka. Oh, it's in an apartment. Yeah, I would honestly, Vicki, I would start with vodka. And if it's grease, vodka will lift it up. Just spray it on there, let it sit a minute or two, and then just buff it off, and you should be good to go. You may have to do it once or twice, but it'll come right out. I wouldn't worry about it. I will tell you, you might. I don't love this. I would never put dish soap straight on my stone countertops. But what I would do is I'd mix dish soap and hot water up in my sink and use that to clean, and then I'd go over it with the vodka to get the rest of it out. Awesome. Oh my gosh, of course, I'm happy to do it. Okay, so questions. The first one was, I don't think I have an express cycle on my washing machine. Is that possible? It's absolutely possible. Anything is possible. If you don't have an express cycle on your machine, you will have a permanent press cycle. Use that. That will give you a relatively short cycle, and it will keep the spin speed up. Delicate also gives you a short cycle, but it usually slows the spin down and it doesn't work as well. I have a Hudson Bay blanket. Fabulous. My dog had thrown up. I'd like to spot, but I don't know how to proceed. Okay, Catherine. First of all, Hudson Bay is fabulous blanket, and especially now that they've closed, it's even more collectible, right? I think somebody bought them, actually. I think Canadian Tire bought them so they can keep making those beautiful blankets. The dog threw up on it. We don't like to use oxygen bleach on wool. So I would start with something milder. I would start with like stain solution, which is an oily soap, or I would do Amedex. I'd put it on there. I'd let it rest an hour or so. And then here's the best part. Turn the tap all the way to hot and put the stain under it and let the hot water run through it. What will happen is the hot water will relax the fabric, but it'll relax the fibers because it's wool. It'll open and it'll help it go through, and the hot water will also help force the stain, or the pressure of the faucet will help force the stain through. That should do it. If it doesn't, you can mix up a tablespoon of oxygen bleach into a basin of water, dip the stain in it. But if you do that, as soon as you do it, you need to swish it for 10 seconds and immediately rinse it out. If you let it sit in there, it'll actually lift the color, but it'll work for a few seconds. It should be okay. Okay. So the next question that we had from before was, how much borax was it that you put in your washing machine to clean the washer? And it's a gallon of vinegar and a pound of borax. And usually, most of the time you buy borax, it comes in 4-pound boxes. So it is a fourth of the box. And it's roughly that amount. But you just put it in, run it on your longest hottest cycle, and that will clean your washing machine. Third question that we got from last week. We don't have many questions today either. I think everybody's kind of getting back into the routine of fall. So I think things are running off a little bit. Third question that we got from last week was, I don't want to wash my winter coat, but what can I do? What you can do is you can do a couple of things. You can grab a wool brush. You can grab a wool brush and you can brush the coat. I'll show you one. Give me just a second. You can also spray it with vodka, because if you spray it with vodka, you can, it'll like remove any sort of stale odors from before. This, by the way, is a wool brush. So this is natural bristle. You brush the coat and you brush it from the top down. You always brush from the top down. And using that, it kind of resets the finish. It sort of smooths out the finish and makes it nice and even. And it also sort of lifts any dust and whatever that's set in the closet over the summer. These are on the website, by the way, and they are sort of obscenely beautiful. I'm not going to lie. They're the nicest ones we've ever carried. I don't think I'd put it away. I would leave it somewhere where people could see it because it's so attractive. So those are the questions we had from last week. What other questions do you have? Okay, so a couple more housekeeping tips. We have had a bunch of people that have unsubscribed from our email list, I think by accident. So that's fine. If you don't want our emails, totally okay. But if you're not getting our emails and you want them checked, your email service may have just unsubscribed, and I just want you to know that. Lots of things coming in, fun stuff going on in the store. The Fraser Fur Shop opened on the website. I think I told you that last week, but just in case, because it is fully stocked. And once again, if you're watching this later and you have a question, put it in the comments or right down there, and I will answer it next week. And if you're not subscribed to us on YouTube and you're watching this on YouTube, that'd be great. It would help me out, and it'll help you remember these. All right, everybody, have the best weekend, and I